Forge, Chapter 27. My kidneys woke to me late in the night. I needed to piss. I tried to ignore the sensation, turning this way and that for relief. The wind had picked up and the water no longer dripped onto the floor. This evil portent meant that the roof was again iced over, and relieving my kidneys would be a painfully chilly exercise. I shut my eyes and resolved to sleep until it was warmer. My kidneys' distress increased. I groaned a bit and stood, wrapping my blanket around me and resolving to walk only a few steps from out our front door before I did the necessary business. "Don't you dare piss next to the hut," warned Sylvanus to me. "I'll be checking in the morning. I swear I can't abide lads too lazy to do the proper walking." "Wouldn't dream of it," I muttered. I stepped with caution in the dark, frozen path. The cold jabbed at my kidneys harder, and I was forced to trot lest spoil my breeches. "You there!" called a harsh voice in the shadows. "Inward of the Burns Company." I ignored this insult and hurried on. The foul-mouthed dastard did not follow me. I took care of business at the privy trench as quick as possible, buttoned my breeches and pulled my collar up and hat down, and headed back to the hut. Snow had started to fall. I managed only a dozen paces before the three figures stepped out of the darkness and blocked my way. I turned on my heel, but I was grabbed before I could start running. A hard fist drove into my belly. I would have fallen to the ground, but the hands held me fast whilst I coughed and fought to get back my breath. "That's no way to greet your commanding officer," says John Burns. I regained my breath and stood. The two men holding me grasped my arms tighter. These new allies of John Burns were larger and more dangerous than the Barry brothers, now snoring at my hut. "I've come to extract my payment," Burns explained in the tone of a foppish dandy. "I don't know you anything," I said. He chuckled. "I told these gentlemen about the card games you lost and how you refused to honor your debts. I never played cards with you. Shut it." The fellow to the right smacked my head so hard it sent my hat flying. I will have your boots now, Private Smith," Burns continued. "It's a fair compensation." "I'll report you to the captain," I threatened. "Please do," Burns answered. "I already told him what a troublemaker you are. He's not fond of dark-skinned soldiers. Did you know that? He thinks it's against the laws of nature. Anything you say, he'll take as a lie." "Eben will tell the captain," I said, "and Greenlaw and the others. He'll believe them. You won't get away with this." "Of course I will, you fool. I'm not going to wear those boots. Your feet have been in them for months. I shall find a home for them far away from here. Any complaints taken to the captain about me will be dismissed as nonsense." His voice hardened. "Take them off." "Do it yourself, dog meat." Burns lunged for me. Both of my arms were held fast, but my feet were not bound. As he reached for my throat, I kicked his belly as hard as I could with both of my boots. He made a most satisfying sound as he flew through the air, but then he stood and looked at his companions. "You know what to do." The two men were holding me. Each had 6 fists. When I finally woke, my boots were gone. My belly hurt wicked, and my skull felt like it had been hit with a hammer. My feet were cold, not frostbite, so I could not have been laying there overly long. Burns and his picaroons had vanished, their tracks hidden by the fast-falling snow.